Hello guys, welcome back. I think it is time for us to talk about the endgame. Now, when I talk about the endgame, I'm not talking about something really hard to do. I'm talking about a new system that is going to help us get better and better characters and better builds. Almost everybody is getting to level 40 at this point. I got this unlocked yesterday when I got to level 40, and the free-to-plays are almost there, so it's important to start looking into it before you do too much of something bad. And what do I mean by that? When you are obviously having your new characters, you're building your characters, you want to start a team, because you need two teams for the Basin of Hyperspace, Dimensional Dawn and Dusk probably, which is the actual end game, or one of at least, and you need your characters to be well built, and you need a save file for that. When you get the save file, obviously everybody is spamming the chaos manifestation. You get your planet of your choice, whatever you're doing, it's a good element or it's weak to you, or you need a specific card or a specific items. Depending on the planet, you get different things. Even if we get to the last planet and we want to do that, for example, we can go here and see that you have your save file data value low. Now, what does this mean? If you don't know, everybody at this point is starting to notice that when you're doing a run, you swore you had this one item and it's not there when you get your save file. Why? Because your save data value is low. Look at it like a cap. You don't have enough cap to sustain all of these high quality cards. So you need higher value save file from whatever the encounter you're doing, the planet, to be as high as possible so that the cap is higher and it is enough space to contain all of your crazy cards that you happen to get. So that way you don't break your run, because if you're doing a god run and it takes you 1 hour plus, and then now at the end you get to have a mediocre at best save file, that's gonna piss everybody off. The way to circumvent this, besides getting to high level, because when you get it to level 40, you also unlock difficulty 5 on every planet, and on Deep Trauma, there is a high chance eventually that you go from normal to high on the save data value. This is the base one. However, there's a better place that you unlock where you should just try or at least consider doing your run after you get to level 40, which is the new system called the Zero system. Now, what is this? You get here for the first time, you get to do the codex. This is basically a make your own planet for better rewards, but it's also harder. So, codex, you click and you will be presented with like a tutorial that tells you how to make a planet. You click on a empty slot and you click merge. You have two ways of making a planet, using your money or using the Chaos Orb, which is a currency that you can get inside these newly created planets. So at the first, you will have nothing, and then you will have more and more, and I'll show you where to get the Chaos Orbs. Now, when you are creating a planet, you can only create it at difficulty level 5, but if you use the Chaos Orbs, I've heard, I didn't do it myself yet, you can make it level 6. Let's say we want to make a planet. We make a planet, and now you're met with different rarities and different options with different planets. You have different levels, different type of planet, and you have different type of rarity. Depending on what rarity you got, the save data will be high. For example, the green one, which is lower rarity, doesn't matter if it's high level, doesn't matter if it's still level 5, you are getting a normal save data file, which could be good if you're not confident to clear and you don't like the other bonuses. You don't want to spend that much money re-rolling the planets, so maybe you want to do it anyway, just to farm Chaos Orbs. But if you're here looking for a good save file, you want to do one of these two planets. As you can see, the save data value is high. Maybe eventually we'll get to very high. There is also a yellow rarity, which for now still has high, doesn't have very high. The yellow rarity, however, can give you higher everything, give you higher Chaos Orb acquisition increase rate. For example, the blue one, in this case, it's 80, you can get like 90, you can get like really high. But the drawback from like these good things is that you are getting some deadly modifiers or negative modifiers in general. For example, this has Plague 3, max health decreased by 40%. Or Neglect 1, discard 1 card randomly at the start of each turn. So you have these like debuffs, extra debuffs on top of the actual planet that you have to deal with to have this good options here, good rewards. In this case, big Chaos Orb farm plus good save data. You can get an easier planet with different and less annoying and less insane modifiers. If you don't really want to rush too much the Chaos Orb, you're more interested in getting a good file, in that case you might want to do this. For example, let's do that, right? We get this one, now we have max health decreased and elite and boss area monster attack and max health increased by 10%, which is whatever, right? We also get to have a 20% chaos increase and save data value high. It's level 43, since my character is a level 50, this should be a cakewalk, I think it said. Now, let's assume you clear this planet and you come back here. You have a bunch of Chaos Orbs. What do you do with these Chaos Orbs? You go here and let me move myself. You go here and you click upgrading. Click upgrading and now let me move myself again. You see here the passive tree. This is the passive tree. These apply to you when you enter these zero system planets. For example, you will have 6 more attack, you will have more defense, you will have more HP, and you will have higher probability to get stuff. For example, rare species encounters, elite increased by 3%, which are powerful monster with a modifier, and they look a little bit different, they glow and stuff. Now, by using Chaos Orbs, you will be able to buy different levels of power-ups that are passively applied to all of your characters when you do your runs. Once you clear everything and everything is maxed, to 2 out of 3 for example, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 0 out of 3, 3 out of 3, and this is 0 out of 5. Once you clear this, the next one unlocks. And now you have more modifiers here. I don't know if it's going to be them again leveled up, could be, or if it's going to be like more fancy type of modifiers. Maybe they give you more critical rate. I don't know. I didn't get there yet. But you have multiple nodes that will upgrade and will appear the more you upgrade the system. So this is one of the reasons why you should be doing it all the time if you can. That said, the amount of Chaos Orbs that you are getting are also recorded by the system, and it's going to give you also some rewards, which is really nice. You can get some of these pools for the cosmetics, you can get some credits back, some materials to level up, and it goes up until level 60. Now, as you can see on the top right, it says 78 days, which means that eventually they're going to have to change the season, at least, or like refresh the rewards, or maybe do an update or improve on this system. But for now, this is a really good way to early get Chaos Orbs, get some passive, get some rewards, and plus the main thing would be to get a good save file. So if you have to farm, instead of doing the normal chaos, you should decide to do this instead. As you can see, it's not even that high of a level. So you get a good save file, but you have to suffer this thing. This is the system. Now, when you go into a planet, let's say I decided to do this planet, right? Okay, boom, I want to do the planet. I want to do the planet. I'm going to start with this. As you can see, save data is high. It doesn't get improved that much here. Maybe if it was level 6, it would go to very high. As you can see, the loot is Chaos Orb. Because the question now that remains is, where do you get these Chaos Orbs? As you can see, the launcher always makes me lag because when I start, I don't know, so I lagged. The client is scuffed on stove. It is what it is. Maybe they will fix it. And let's say I want to get big recovery. Okay, big recovery. Actually, let's do 50 credits on identified areas. Oh no, battle areas. Let's do this, friendship. Now, this is not important. What is important is when you start, right? You click on the main map and you see it big. Now you are looking at it and you're like, okay, wait a minute. What is this? This means that if you go to this encounter and you beat it, the monster will drop on top of their loot. They will drop a pack of Chaos Orbs. Obviously, the higher the percentage that you saw earlier in the planet, the higher the drop of Chaos Orbs. So the progression of the passive tree is going to be faster if you are doing a planet with a higher percentage, or if you happen to have an elite that can drop these Chaos Orbs. In this case, I didn't get any, but there's 2 levels, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But this is basically kinda incentivizing you to take different routes, trying to get all of these Chaos Orbs when you're doing your run, instead of choosing the easiest one. It might get a little bit harder because you might have to lock yourself into a couple of extra fights because of it, but it's worth, especially if you manage to win, because you get to bring your Chaos Orb back home, and you get to get stronger for the next planet because you get higher passives. So this is basically it for the Zero system. Hopefully it was clear enough. You should probably do this. This is my opinion, at least. If you don't want to do it, it's fine. You can maybe wait until you're level 50, so you can get to level 6 on normal planets and do Deep Trauma for a high save file outside of Zero system. But this one is going to be way easier and way more accessible, way earlier than getting to level 50 on your account, especially if you're free to play. So that is it. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about it in the comment, or if you know about this, or if you know anything else, right? You can leave a comment, or you can come ask me live at twitch.tv/Jakazin for more of this live. And if you have any question, I will reply to you. So yeah, thank you for watching, and see you next time.